Hello, President Chartrand.
Good afternoon, Naomi.
Good
It's interesting
afternoon.
now. I don't hear double voices going at the same time.
Okay, good.
Cowboy's amazing. He fixed it already.
He
Okay, so
did.
let's get some business done. Of course, Willie Nelson and Ray Charles on Spanish Angels. You should have played right after that. Vic Pierce and Judy Pierce.
I know, right?
Make the Angels. So, anyways, it's great to hear your voice. It was great to see you at the giant packed house situation
Oh,
that
my
occurred at
goodness.
the Downs. It wasn't beautiful, huh?
It was beautiful. What a historic moment. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I've seen so much tears, so much joy, so much screaming and yelling. They were so proud, and it just touched my heart. So
Yeah.
tells me that everything we've done, everything we're doing is definitely in the right path. So again, it's a great opportunity for us to reminisce a little bit about all of the years of work, dedication, and the suffering and hardships that, it's 153 years in the making
Yeah.
that our treaty was first negotiated back in 1869, 1870, and it was recorded in history in the Parliament as we're treating with the half-breed. So it was very clear before the word Métis became the official name of our people. But before that, it was half-breed, country-born, Wabole, Katibindi-Miswat, and the people that own themselves. All these different names we were given throughout some of the late 1700s and 1800s. So,
Yeah.
but you look back, and the reason I give that explanation on me is because today so many people are trying to use the word Métis so easily, just by saying, I got mixed blood somewhere. I'm Métis. That doesn't make you Métis. So it doesn't make you the Métis Nation. It doesn't make you to have half-breeds in the Métis who negotiated Western Canada into Confederation, created the province of Manitoba, and our rights-bearing people protected by the Constitution. Our first treaty, before, actually 1 year before Treaty 1 was created. And you look at, today I read in an article where there was people lined up for their $5. It's more of a ceremonial thing. It's not the money.
Yeah.
I know the people don't line up for $5 for an hour or 2 hours. It's a ceremonial thing, so you give them kudos and credit that First Nations it's starting to really, I think, resonate. It's really beginning to come together in the concept of them fighting for all the wrongs and hopefully finding the rights that'll move them forward. And so it's good to see that people come with pride. I like the clothing that they're making today, the designs. A lot of the artisans are making all types of First Nation dresses and earrings and stuff. Just like our Métis. You see that new vest I wore? Amy McPherson made that for me.
It was beautiful.
Oh, it was beautiful. I was so touched by it. She actually put the affinity beating on my heart, and because that's my heart. I give my heart to my government and my people. And it was my wife got it made for me, and so I want to thank you, Amy McPherson. I hope you're listening. And she's become such a renowned artist herself. She's taken some courses from some of the top institutions in the world, really, of learning how she makes dresses. Actually, she had a design going, I think, at Montawabi. She had a bunch of models walking on there. I asked if they could put me on there. They said, no, we're not selling any fat clothes today. So,
we need voluptuous models.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need some voluptuous models. Huh?
We do.
People. We're not all skinny, especially us. Anyways, no, I'm just joking. And he said, you'll have to be a model for me one day. Put some of your clothing I make for you. She's actually making some more stuff for me. So again, let's give support to all those artisans that are working so hard. It takes a long time to make these beautiful products and culturally designed for the right
she's a cousin of mine.
Pardon me?
She's a cousin of mine.
Oh, so you look at the work of all of them, and we have since, because in our store now, Mito's store, I think I was being briefed by Lauren Pelch, who was our head of our economic development. I think he said we spent 280 something thousand already buying products from our people, because we'll sell it to the open market somewhere in different parts of the world, or in Canada or North America.
Right.
So we take the burden off the artists, so they don't have to worry not only designing or making, but to try to sell it. So that's a product we'll continue. Same thing with our furs. I think we've purchased over $200,000 worth of furs already. So that's what to assist artisans and their need to have the right fur and the right hide.
Yeah.
And so I think the team working on that, Don Roulette and his team's running that part. And it just shows we're coming back with some of the people going back to their trap lines and doing some of the way we do our work. So it all resonates back to this whole issue where do we fit in Confederation? Why is it taking us so long to have our treaty recognized, our place in Confederation solidified? So this whole assembly, I want to again thank Gloria and our team and all the staff that work. Those, people forget. You get a hotel room, you go to a meeting. It's no, there's a lot of work behind the scenes, and even after closing it down and taking out, those guys were working late into the evenings and taking all the equipment back out of there and putting back into storage and just work. So, but again, it's worth every ounce of energy they put in because the people were so. I want my people. I want them to be so comfortable when they come to our assemblies and our regional assemblies, our local meetings. I want comfort and because they deserve it, and I want the best for them. So, again, I thank Gloria and the team that worked on this. They did a superb job, and September is coming quick. Our next one's coming around the corner.
Yeah.
And this is where hopefully the Prime Minister himself will come, or for sure Minister Miller will be coming to sign the treaty in front of everyone. So that's going to be a historic time again. And then from there, they take it back to Parliament, and they vote on it in Parliament, and it becomes law of the land. And there's some First Nations, the British Columbians and others, that are also negotiating a treaty like ours and similar recognition. And I give kudos to them because now they take full ownership of all their lands, their buildings, their houses, all of these things become theirs. So, but again, at the same time, they then have a broader expectation of themselves getting into businesses like we do and really taking care of themselves. And that's the key for us. We want to run our own government, take care of ourselves, and all we need is the tools and the right settlement, and then we can take care of ourselves as we've always done. So again, it was a proud moment. And at the same time, when we got the Jubilee medals, I was very honored. I was selected and got the Jubilee medal. I'll leave those to my grandkids one day.
Right.
So my granddaughter will keep them in a special place one day when I'm gone, and they can reminisce about when I got it. And all cabinet received it, and a bunch of different citizens from different parts of the province received it. So it was great to see such pride and smiles and, just emotions running through them when they're getting their Jubilee medal from, of course, the Lieutenant Governor, Anita Neville, who's a good friend of the Métis, and also the Premier was there. So kudos to her for coming down to honor our people in that way. So it was such a proud event. And you're right, the other event that took place in the evening was the moose calling, duck calling, jigging, and then the music. I just love that stuff out there.
It was fun.
I was getting tired after. You were still on the stage. You were still going full kilter, you.
Yeah.
It was good to see, but you see the people smiling. A lot of people come take pictures with me and shook my hand, and it's just good to be with the people, It's such a good feeling. So, anyways, I'll get to some work here.
Okay.
Regional meeting was coming up. Winnipeg regional meeting is coming up on Sunday. I won't be there. I already gave my regrets, and I think Anita might be going on my behalf. And so I'm still in Cranberry right now.
Okay.
I'm fishing today. I'm going to Elbow, and we'll catch some more fish. And we've got a nice little haul already for our elders. We've got, last night we went late. We got 37, and we threw a lot back because they're too small or some are too big. We threw them back.
Right.
And so today and the other day we got about 80. So I've got a little freezer full now for our elders. We've been giving away quite a bit of fish now. A lot of people are calling us, wanting a feed for their family, and so for the elders and seniors out there and single moms that like this traditional food, to give us a call. We'll make sure we take a bag for you. So it's such a great feeling to be out here, and for me it's a break. It's a chore. I want to thank Derek Danielson for his expertise and not only guiding us, but he fillets all night. Him and Johnny Como were wilting last night, so I think 1:30, and so the other day too, the same thing. So, but it's just a lot of work and packaging. Me and Derek were packaging last night, putting 4 to 6, depending on size, into a bag, and then putting them in a freezer. So, washing them, cleaning them, just make sure the elders get a package ready for the frying pan when they get them. So, again, now today I'm at Buggy's house here. He's checking outside here to have our breakfast and lunch. And then we're taking off after this Métis hour. I'm taking off to Elbow to go fishing. Come back later on tonight, and then I'll be heading home tomorrow. And that's my kind of little break, and then get ready for our upcoming retreat in Cabinet. We're going to be dealing with economic development and reviewing some of the capital investments we're making for our citizens and how we continue to grow our government and grow opportunities. But I got some other good news from Minister of Good on today. Came into my report, remember, we were 700 and something housing at the time, 786 or something.
Right.
We're at 806 now, found our houses.
Oh, wow.
So, and that's, we gave out close to $11 million. We gave out 10,922,000, which is close to 11 million as a down payment. But the mortgages that they have so people got to understand this. And these are our tax dollars being returned to us. But look at the return revenues and opportunities we give to the GDP, which is the growth domestic product, they call it. It does an analysis of what the value or where we're standing in financially in Canada.
Right.
So when you look at the gross domestic product, we've upped it up quite a bit because in mortgages, these 806 people, Naomi, got $183,366 million in mortgage from the banks.
Wow.
So think about that. $183,366,000 is our people borrowed that after we give them the down payment. So that gives the boost to the economy, shows our people are working. There's 806. Altogether, it actually leads up to about close to 1,700 citizens, children, and families living in these houses today. 1,680 people in their homes today. That includes 467 children in these houses.
Nice.
So we've taken the burden off anybody. Take care of ourselves. Just give us the tools and we'll take care of it. And also, it doesn't stop there. We spent about $43 million in purchasing like lawnmowers, new stuff for your house and you're buying and moving in. So it's about another $43 million spent by our people there. So, and that's in 3 years.
Wow.
So just imagine the impact we're going to make after we do our land claims, and it's going to be endless for us in the sense of our contribution to the city. So I think Winnipeg Regional Assembly will be talking about some of these issues on Sunday. They're meeting at the Canada Inns at the Club Resort Casino for 8 o'clock registration. Meeting starts at 9:30. So anybody's listening out there, take your time to go. Make sure you show up for the meeting. We'll see what's happening and see what other opportunities are coming your way. We have the youth camp coming up, by the way. We anticipate we should have that camp ready for August. And so we'll have a late camp this year. And the next year, full season. We might go full season, but for sure from spring on or summer on, we're going to have our camp going. So for our young kids, there'll be 20 boys and 20 girls to the camp. So actually, we couldn't find water there. It's at the Duck Mountains. We couldn't find water. It was quite amazing. I forgot what they call those people that use a stick or some different thing. They walk around.
That's right. Yeah.
They have some special gifts for sure, because but the guy that was supposed to come couldn't do it, and so he got sick, and he sent another guy that came over, and he had a egg in his hand, a egg.
Really?
Not a cooked egg, a raw egg.
Yeah.
It's still in the shell, and he walked around with that egg in his hand, and he walked here, he walked there, and everybody's watching him. And I'm kind of a skeptic in some ways, so I wasn't there, but I'm watching his video. He's walking around, and all of a sudden that egg stands up. He said, "The water's right here."
Wow.
He was off by not even a foot. Would you believe that?
That's crazy.
Unbelievable, huh?
Yeah.
So a egg. So does anybody think I'm lying? I'm not. There's a video of this. If I said we're on a video, people say he's a baloney. He's telling us a story here. But I'm telling you, I seen the egg stand up, and I found the water.
Wow.
Yeah, so again, that's so the youth camp has water now, and so the construction is actually on its way. Right now, they're working on the cabins as we speak, and it's going to be a beautiful place for our kids to go. And there's no cost to our children on this. Our government's going to find a revenue to keep it going, and we're also going to assist with kids. Sometimes, if you're on social assistance, times are tough. You couldn't get a job. There's no jobs sometimes out there for your skills. And so your kids are there and you're saying, well, I can't afford to send my kids to camp.
Yeah.
Plus, they don't even have a sleeping bag. They don't have the right stuff they should have. Well, for people that can't afford it because of the hard times, MMF's going to be buying them a sleeping bag. MMF's going to buy what they need. But I want every kid that registers to enjoy it. Not just the kids that their families are okay and they can afford it. I want every kid that even though if they don't have nothing, we will buy it for them. So I want them in this camp. I want them to enjoy and experience a camp, and there'll be a lot of fun and, of course, activities. I don't know the length of stay because that's going to be determined by the professionals.
Yeah.
Is it 1 week? Is it 10 days per trip? I don't know. So, but that'll be coming up in the announcements in the very near future. So kudos to Minister Janai is working on on that as we go forward. Now, on the June 5th, our flag was raised at Red River College Polytech, so kudos to Joan Ledoux and her team working with the Red River College. We actually do spend a lot of money at Red River College and Assiniboine College, and we also spent a lot, and I'm quite proud of course, Joan on this, on the university. We actually are funding now, where is the number here? I have it here somewhere. We're funding I think it's close to 1,600 students in university now. So that is a massive amount.
That's amazing. Awesome.
It is such amazing. And so we give each one $5,000 to make sure that they are registered. And, here it is. Last year, intake was over 1,800. Can you believe that? Oh, that's unbelievable. So yeah. I'm very, very proud of our young kids that are looking for an education, looking for a future, and looking to make a difference in their lives and also have a good life. Like I told my baby, we work hard to give you a good life. I'm talking about my granddaughter.
Oh, my goodness. She's grown up.
I know.
We took selfies together, and I was like, wow.
Yeah. So she says to me, I said, understand this, my baby. Everything we do is going to be one day for you. But you better understand you got to work hard, too. If you get stuff just handed down to you, and Gloria is very tough on that, you're not going to just appreciate it if you don't work for it. So you got to remember, at Métis, you got to work hard all the time, So we got to take care of ourselves as Indigenous people and work hard. So anyways, I made it very clear, and so she knows she has the responsibility to work very hard, and so she wants to be a lawyer now, she said. So, and then I guess one day, hopefully, she'll be in our government somewhere working or leading, or I hope so, that the legacy will be left behind. All of our talking to her about the people, our struggles, hardship. She'll begin to understand why it's so important we get young people today that's getting ready to carry the torch of the future. So anyways, I want to close off very soon. We also have a special congratulations going out to Brenda Zach, as one of your sisters. She received from Bell Media, I guess it's called was recognized by her employer, Bell Media, for work in diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. So again, it's less than 1% received this thing from Bell. So kudos to you, Brenda Zach, if you're listening, and say hi to your mom and give her a big hug for me. And also to congratulate Reverend Métis Youth, Lydia Gork, who earned the University Gold Medal for achieving the highest academic standing in the Faculty of Arts at the University of Manitoba. Kudos to Lydia. I hope you're listening. I hope your family's listening. They must be proud as I am. So Lydia is graduating with her BA, advanced degree in the major in Indigenous Studies, and she's moving to her master's program in Indigenous Studies.
Wow.
I'm very proud of that. Just when I hear about young kids when they're, have a vision, a dream, and all of a sudden, they achieve it, that makes anybody should be proud of that anywhere, no matter who you are. I'm very, very proud of Lydia and all those that are achieving their degrees and moving forward. I just read in the paper the youngest university graduate is going to be, 12 years old or
12, something? Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Scary, yeah? What kind of brain she's using. Mm-hmm. Now, on Thursday, June 8th, $5.8 million for Infinity House for Hope for kids transitioning out of care was announced with Canada and Manitoba, I believe. So the total project is about $17 million. So we're going to have two sort of mini apartments, and that's where we age our people out of care. We don't put them out at 18 as the old days used to be. We kept them till 21 as a federation.
Yeah.
And now we're keeping up to 25. So until they are solidified and we know they're solid and they've got a career or a pathway in front of them, then they move out of their apartments we have for them. Then they get their own, and then another kid will come in there, and then we'll continue the same pattern. So it's working very well. Kudos to Travel and Family Services for all the work they're doing and trying to make a difference to help these kids.
Yeah.
On a legal note, we supported the Boyer and Putra, not Audrey Putra, it's from Saskatchewan, a gentleman by the name of last name Putra and Boyer. They were charged for arresting Clement and Kathy took on the case. They were successful, went to the Court of Appeal, and then they moved. The government Court of Appeal supported the decision, and then the government took it to the Supreme Court of Canada. The Supreme Court of Canada won't hear it, and so they discarded it. So it's a standing position now in Saskatchewan. So now they'll probably have a new trial, possibly. And of course, we took intervener to protect the Métis citizens of the Red River, no matter where they live in Saskatchewan and Alberta. We got to start supporting and protecting. We're trying to meet with the governments to make it very clear that we don't want to see them being charged. They have Section 35 rights protected by the law of the land, and that the province cannot just arbitrarily decide they're not going to recognize those rights. So definitely, I'm very proud of Clement and Kathy on this case, and they did it with no money, and so I'm very proud of them. Clement's always been doing that for years, helping people that can't afford the fight for the harvesting rights. So, and Kathy too. So I want to thank them very, very clearly how important that is. Also, we have some birthdays. I'll close off now. Happy birthday to Wendy Peranto, Northwest, who's celebrating her birthday on Wednesday, June 14th. Happy birthday to Shannon Lard, who's celebrating her birthday on June 16th. So that takes care of those birthdays and probably take care of my call now.
I have a thank you from the Boudreaux family on the beautiful present for their mother, and they just wanted to say thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much, Rose. I just look at these. That's amazing, hardworking family, always on our show, and Rose with her beautiful Kitty Wells voice there, you know. So,
right.
Yeah. So you take care, Naomi. Thank you again, Cowboy, for finding me, and to the elders out there, thank you so much for always supporting me, giving your strength and guidance towards me, and to our youth, I am so proud of you, and I'm so, so proud. Don't forget, youth, summer jobs are coming up. Start applying now. We want to fill them out. In Cranberry here, I understand they're having some challenges for youth to apply. So get out there. These are summer jobs. Get you some good money in your back pocket. Buy some fancy clothes. Get ready for school in the fall. So get out there. Make your applications in. I already instructed my cabinet. In some regions, they ran out of money because there was too many applicants. I said, I don't care how many applicants apply. We're going to hire every one of them. So every region knows that now. But in some regions, we're not filling up those spots, the amount of money we transfer to them. So same thing like in Thompson, the Paul had a challenge last year.
Yeah.
So for youth listening out there, get out there. If I was young again, I swear to God, without hesitation, I would be applying for those jobs, fighting for those jobs to get a few dollars in my pocket, because I know growing up poor how hard it is. So we can't forget. We gotta. Plus, you're helping people, like even cutting grass and helping in around the community. That helps those elders. That saves them, and they're so proud to see young people working on their behalf. So again, we'll see you guys next Saturday. And give me 1 second here. Quick. Okay, Kaiser Moose. You're coming all the way from Buggy out in Cranberry. Happy 4th birthday, Kaiser.
Aww.
Okay, you take care, everybody. We'll talk to you next Saturday.
Okay.
And for elders, I'll bring you some fish. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.